What's happening, guys? It's your buddy Griz, and welcome back to my little corner of the internet for another episode of Ye Old Kit Up. This is, of course, my weekly Battlefield series where you guys tell me what to use and I'll give you my thoughts on it. Leaving your suggestion in the comments of this video will get your kit considered for next week's video, so make sure you do that. Leave me one, and so on and so forth. I have to apologize first off to whoever suggested this week's weapon because I can't for the life of me find your comment. All I remember is that you wanted to see the MX4, so I do that for you. And for anyone out there who still hasn't seen the however you pronounce it, I'm just gonna call it the ass pisser for now. For anyone who hasn't seen the ass pisser in action, this is it, and I have no idea what I'm actually shooting at my enemies. Electricity? I don't know. Some sort of stringy matter. Whatever it is, it seems to kill people pretty effectively. And this thing is actually quite useful in game modes like Obliteration here for like protecting the bomb or an MCOM station or what have you. It's fairly easy to take out though, so timing is everything, and it also makes a pretty unmistakable noise when it's around, so you know, not exactly the epitome of stealth either. Just keep that in mind when you're searching for victims with this thing. They will hear you coming. Anyway, obviously we're watching some Obliteration on the new map from Final Stand, Giants of Corellia. I stand by my previous statements about this map. Still not a huge fan, but and hello little recon man. This guy TCAD, he got bamboozled a couple times in this round by me. So more of that to come, TCAD. I guarantee you. Yeah, so I'm still not a huge fan of this map, but I ended up having a pretty good game this time using this setup with my primary weapon. And the subject of today's review being the MX4 PDW, a hidden and often overlooked gem, I guess, amongst the PDW class of weapons, if you ask me. A lot of people tell me they hate this weapon, but I'm here to try to change your minds because I think it's actually decent. And when I'm done here, hopefully you'll look at this fella in a new light. There's TCAT again, number 2. And yeah, alright, so here we go. The MX4 does a max damage of 24 and a minimum 12.1. Fires at a rate of 830 rounds per minute. It's got a 30 round magazine plus 1 in the chamber obviously for a 31 total round capacity, and its reload times are 3.4 seconds when empty and 2.5 seconds with a round still in the chamber as the P226 bails me out and then I get front knifed or side knifed or whatever the heck happened there. But yeah, so alright, I know nothing really jumps out there from looking at the stats. So why do I say the MX4 has such potential? Well, and again, this is coming from personal experience. I want to make sure you guys understand that right off the bat. But I actually find the MX4 is one of the only PDWs that you can use rather effectively at medium to medium high or long, I guess, ranges. While I was using this weapon, I couldn't help but notice how many kills I was picking up at longer ranges. You definitely can't do what you can do with the MX4 at the medium and longer ranges that you can with, say, with the MP7. You can't do it with the MP7 or something like that, what you can do with the MX4. I find it relatively easy to engage enemies at longer distance with the MX4, and found I was pretty successful with it. And again, I'm not sure if my findings are 100% concrete. Simthic reports the MX4's muzzle velocity as 390 meters per second unsuppressed, and only 280 with the suppressor like I'm using here. But for some strange reason, I felt like my shots were connecting very well at range, even with the suppressor on it. I definitely enjoy this aspect of the MX4, and as far as I'm concerned, running a suppressor on the barrel is going to be an excellent decision, like 90% of the time, because it really doesn't seem to affect its performance that much to me. That's what I say. Anyways, if it feels good, do it. I'm going to have to go ahead and apologize in advance for this, but every time I play Obliteration, at least once during the match, this pops into my head.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Every special man.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Well, that was a bit guy, but moving on, let's get back on topic here. The other attachments that I was running, I had the Coyote optic on there, which I just love now. Other than the BF3 nostalgia factor, and TCAD, get run on again. Oh, and I'm actually gonna steal a sniper and do some work. No, not really. I'm a terrible sniper. Anyways, yeah, I love the Coyote optic, and other than just the BF3 nostalgia factor I get from running the reflex on certain weapons, I think I can safely say now that the Coyote has taken over top spot as my overall favorite short-range optic. I still like the reflex, don't get me wrong, but the Coyote does give you a lot, like a very much less obstructed view when you're aiming down the sights, so I've really grown to love it. Especially after the visual recoil patch, the red dot definitely doesn't bounce around like it used to, so now that that's fixed, A1 on the Coyote sight. The grip I was using was the folding grip, and this guy helps a lot for the longer range stuff. Folding or angled, it's up to you. I find they both accomplish pretty much the same thing. Is there an actual difference, by the way, guys? I've never tested it. Anyway, I like having the laser sight on the MX4 also because it's kind of weak in the hipfire area, so you want to try to boost that up if you can. PDWs are kind of meant to be played up close and personal, so although you can play more at range with the MX4, it's still a good idea to make sure you don't leave yourself too vulnerable in those close quarters situations. If you're playing a PDW and you never get into a single close quarters gunfight, you're probably doing it wrong. Actually, no. I mean, it's not 100% true. You could be tanking or choppering all game, I guess, but I think you guys know what I mean. As for the rest of the kit I was using here, I had the RPG and the slams. Is it just me, or did they change something with the SMA and the RPG where it's harder to hit choppers now? Because I just feel like I'm having a really hard time connecting with my shots, like more so than I used to. Anyways, you gotta be pretty like dead on. I was never really that good with the SRA, so I can't really comment on that one, but seems like you have to be a very, very dead on with the rocket shots to connect with the choppers now. And I just wanted to know, did they change anything that I don't know about? Anyways, as for the rest of the gear, I love the P226 now. It's a hipfire machine. It's got a lot of recoil when you ADS, but man, use it from your hip and you won't believe some of the kills you'll be able to pull off. It's a punchy little bugger too, and for some reason, like I said, is dead accurate from the hip. It's like the perfect sidearm for a sniper because you can whip it out so quickly and drop guys from the hip in no time at all. As I deliver the last bomb and win the game for my team, yeah! Anyway, friends, I hope you enjoyed the video, hope you enjoyed the review. More videos to come soon. I want to talk about the more DLC news, my hopes for it, and some other videos too. So, but yeah, thank you so much for watching, and remember to leave me a comment with your suggestion for next week's episode. And until then, gents, adios.